officially open our 2 new courts. Thank you, guys.
There for a long time. A lot of things have happened. There's a new library going up over there very fairly shortly. An aged hostel as well, to contribute even more to encouraging young people to play tennis. Your participation in the Oz Tennis Awareness Program makes sure that you're extending your net, not just to those people who can easily come within it, but to those young people who are socially disadvantaged. So congratulations.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you our president of our tennis club, Mr. Jeff Isles.
Thanks, John, and thanks, Dorothy. It really was good to have you here today to be able to share in this dual purpose of opening the courts and also of the inaugural Oz Tennis Awareness Day. I think that's important for us to realise that Oz Tennis is an organisation which is working in the community to help people who are underprivileged. Dorothy was just saying how privileged we are with all of the courts that we've got, that we've worked for as club members and that we've got to enjoy in years to come. But there's obviously a lot of people in the community who aren't quite as advantaged as we are, and it's good to have an operational organisation like Oz Tennis to look after these people. We're hoping that next year a lot more clubs will also participate in an Oz Tennis Awareness Day. A few thanks for this afternoon. First of all, obviously, to Paul for giving up his time. He's on a pretty tight schedule. Flew over on Wednesday from Perth, where he's now living, and we had the ball on Thursday night, and back to Perth next week again. To also Victor Iki, who's going to partner Paul. Victor looks after all of the Oz Tennis coaches. We field, I don't know, I think we counted last month about 85 teams during the week, night tennis, juniors, seniors, midweek ladies in Waverley, and so as one of the heavily involved clubs, it's good to have the representation from the officials from Waverley District, so thanks, Mark. But finally, I think that it really gets down to all of you, the club members, because without your support today, we wouldn't have the day like we had. And I think also a bit of thanks to Above for the weather we've had. We were really obviously concerned that with the amount of wet weather we've had over the last nearly 2 weeks, that we weren't going to get a day that we could even have this exhibition match that we're about to have. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul McNamee.
Thanks so much, Jeff, and thanks, Dorothy. They were really nice words you said, and I think every council would love to have a mayor like you are, with such feeling and compassion. I think that's great. You're doing a great job. Jeff, really got to thank you for your vision in picking up the idea of Oz Tennis. Oz Tennis was started about 5 years ago. It introduces tennis to basically kids that are below the poverty line. Also, we've got wheelchair tennis and other groups that Susie might get a chance to mention later on. But all those kids who otherwise wouldn't get the chance to play tennis, and now they're provided with rackets and balls on a regular basis and can pick up this great game. Jeff came up with the idea. He said in the middle of the night one night about, wouldn't it be great if more tennis clubs were made aware of Oz Tennis, because one of the problems we have is, yes, we can take tennis to all those kids, or many of the kids that don't have a chance to play, but what happens after they've been with us for a year or maybe more? They're able to play the game. You know, have they really got a direction to go? And the more clubs that are aware of Oz Tennis, the more chances I think we have for kids to keep that ongoing commitment to tennis. And after all, it is the game of a lifetime if you have the chance really for somewhere to play. So I think everyone here is doing a fantastic job. I'd really like to think that this day will spring around and appear in many clubs. Let's say one day on the calendar next year, towards the end of next year. I'd love to see an Oz Tennis Awareness Day, and you might have 20, 30, maybe 40, 50 clubs or more having the same sort of tournament that we had here today. Obviously I won't be able to get around to them all, but that will be great for tennis in general, to spread the word and amongst all the clubs and to get to all the kids. I think I might have to beat the rain. It is a delight to come out here today and see what a great program you've got here. You know, after all, this not very far from here, you know, was produced a Wimbledon champion. It'd be great to see someone come from here. Okay. Thanks.
the match we're going to have now is similar to what we've been doing, an 8-game set. Paul and Victor will partner Joanne and Oriana. For those who don't know, Oriana Checken is the current girls champion. She came runner-up last year in the ladies open singles, and I think this year she'll give Joanne a good run for her money. Joanne has been the club ladies champion for the last 4 years, and we thought that made an ideal combination for Victor and Paul. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we'll now proceed with the match of the day. It'll be played on court 4. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our feature match of the day. Name and set.